Hey, welcome back. We're playing MegaMan. So, this isn't a new thing for me because I'm emulating this game. I think this is the first time I've ever emulated a game on my computer. Look. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? What? That's my computer. Do I have any passwords on there? Yeah. So I don't emulate like I was just start. So actually, you can see when I press this button that I recorded a couple episodes already, but the audio was bad, so I'm doing it over again. But who cares? I was a little bit worried about this game because there's a lot of talking, and I don't really like talking because I like to talk, but I don't like when they talk because then it's like there's some like dissonance there, like they're talking and I'm talking about, like if you're enjoying the game and I'm just talking about like my therapy sessions, it might be weird, but there's a lot of gameplay in this, I think, and I wanted to play it because I just was playing it before and it's just like nostalgia for me. Yeah, I don't know. I've been playing all these old games recently, and it's been nice. Like I've been playing new games too, and I haven't really enjoyed the new games as much as just going back and playing these games I haven't played in like 15 years. I haven't played this game in 15 years since it first came out, but it was one of my favorites. There's a lot of jack-in talk in this game. Well, you want to jack in here, you're gonna jack. If I was a lesser Let's Player, I would maybe try to make jokes out of that. I guess a better Let's Player, because you want jokes in your Let's Play? I don't think so. I talk about depressing stuff, I don't make jokes. There's a chip. This is the third time I've done this now. And your friend's outside, she's like, let's go. And they make kind of a sexist joke here where she's like, oh, she talks so much. Why do you have flags? We have so much. Yeah, MegaMan's kind of a misogynist, isn't he? But I like this like weird interaction between you and like your pet, like virtual reality friend, and then they get into weird stuff about like, I don't want to spoil it, but you have like a connection to your pet. It's weird, but it's cool. I think you just talk to this guy and then I might not get into a note today, but because the first time I did this, I didn't get into a note on the first day. But this is just a tutorial. I was so excited. Like I set this up yesterday, and it's like, oh look, everything's working so well, and the computer and the audio and the video. And then the last thing I did was I set up the camera for me, and I'm like, ooh, you can fix everything else, but you can't fix your face. I still look like me. Maybe it's the HD, but you can really see the pimples. And then I have the camera closer than usual, because it's right on the computer. You could see all my beautiful pimples in high definition D. This one and this one. I got a new one up here. Oh. Alright, whatever. I wanted to talk a little bit about emulators. I don't know, I was just thinking about it today. I think recently, like in the past 10 years, well, there's two things. I got jack in. Whoa, look at that. What is that? I don't know. It's the net. I never really had a great computer, so I'm like, oh, it's not really gonna work right if I emulate. It's gonna take up so much space. And the other thing was, I don't like playing on a keyboard, but I figured out how to use this. I mean, it doesn't take rocket scientists to figure it out, but for some reason in my head I'm like, oh, you can't use a controller on a computer, but I'm doing it and it's working and it's cool. And so I'm thinking I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this. And I was doing N64. I'm gonna play, I think, Paper Mario next week. Maybe Banjo-Kazooie, I don't know. One of those two. Maybe it should be Banjo-Kazooie because Paper Mario has a lot of talking too, so. I was playing Banjo-Kazooie a little bit yesterday. That was fun. That's another game. I just haven't played these games in so long, it's so weird. Because my Nintendo 64 hasn't worked. The only one I played was Mario 64, I think. And Ocarina. Okay, yeah, I chose a cannon, blah blah blah. I know what to do. Blah 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 blah. I know what that is. This game is really, I don't know, I was saying when I was recording the first time. It seems unique to me. I mean, I'm sure they're copying from somebody, but this gameplay, I never have seen anything like it. They tried something new and weird. Like, I mean, especially with MegaMan. How did MegaMan come up with this weird? Maybe it was like a Mario 2 situation where they had, like, they created this game, Panel Boy, because you got these panels and it's like, but they're like, well, just, nobody's gonna buy Panel Boy, so just make it Mega Man. And then everybody will buy it. Like it was some Japanese game called Doki Doki Panels. But let's make it Mega Man so people in America will buy it. Do it, Mega Man. The design for this game is cool too. Look at Mega Man. Look at how cool he looks. He's got like a, oh, okay. I gotta make sure I don't, I gotta fix this because square on the controller is the load save state. So I could accidentally hit square and then X and then load a save state. So I have to make sure I don't do that. Look at his little mask. He looks so cool, doesn't he? What am I doing? Oh, I gotta do. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Let's finish the tutorial today. Do I want to say anything else before I get into my notes tomorrow? About emulators. When I was really young, I remember my brother did an emulator on my computer for Super Nintendo. I thought that was the coolest thing. Because we didn't have every Super Nintendo game, obviously. So I could get, like, I remember the games I got were Secret of Mana, A Link to the Past. We didn't have A Link to the Past. And Super Metroid. We didn't have those games. And it's just like, what? You can just play any game ever, whenever you want? That's gotta be illegal, right? And technically, I think it is illegal. But it's illegal to share That's what Napster taught us, right? It's illegal to share, but it's not illegal to own a ROM, I don't think. I think technically it's not illegal to own a ROM if you own the game or something. I mean, I own this game. I definitely do. It's in there somewhere. But it was the coolest thing. I just remember it being like kind of blowing my mind that you could just play a game and like any game you wanted, you didn't have to buy it. You could just download it. And it was super easy. Like even at 10 years old, I could figure out like how to do it, which is cool. But we're emulating. This is fun, right? Hopefully everything's recording well and my face isn't too horrible. We're just gonna have to. I mean, I like that I don't like. I've got to get used to my freaking face because I got comfortable putting the camera far away and like you couldn't really see the pimples. But let's get up in there and let's look at it. I jammed my finger. Hurts. Okay. See you tomorrow.